Greasy Says.
What's up, party people? Welcome back to Greasy Says. This is a podcast slash vlog, whatever, about me making games. I've made games for a long time, sound designer for many years, and now I'm making my own game, and we're going to see how that goes. It's going to be an adventure, I guarantee you that. Right off top, let's talk about some stuff in the news. Everybody's talking about it. It's been talked about to death. Wow, God of War Ragnarok, $30 at Walmart. This is not an ad for Walmart. Fuck Walmart. But man, remember when that game was $60? Telling you, don't buy games for $60, y'all. Y'all are letting them get away with murder. Speaking of murder, ever heard of it? I've been watching a lot of Jet Ski Johnson recently, so she's so funny. She's the best. PlayStation said, nah, we ain't doing discs no more. And everyone got their knickers in a twist. They sure did. People are freaking out. Physical media. Don't take away my physical media. I get it. I mean, like if you're a collector, I got a homie who last time I saw his collection, it basically was his entire attic of his house. And the attic is not small. Collectors get real serious about this stuff. So I get it. And physical media, there is something to be said about owning a game and being able to play it as long as your console works forever. As long as you're alive, be able to pass that game down to your kid who doesn't want it. And be like, here, find a PlayStation 1 to play this on. He's like, what the fuck is this? What is this? What? A CD? Yeah, I get that. But let's face it, man. We've been going this route for a long time. You know what I mean? Netflix was the first person to do this. Like, ever since you was renting discs from Netflix. That was the end of people buying. That was the beginning of the end of people buying physical media and keeping it. And we've been going down this road for a while. They've been trying to digitize everything so we don't own anything. Look, go on YouTube. There's a million talking head dudes talking about own nothing. You're not going to own anything and you're going to like it. This is the way things have been going. You vote with your dollars. This shit works. Physical games are really expensive to make. Tariffs and whatnot. But you know what cracks me up about this is Dan Houser. Anything that's going on with the news right now in games that's controversial or borderline controversial, they gotta throw Dan Houser face and link it somehow to GTA 6. This is not an accident, y'all. This is like part of the media blitz, the marketing blitz that has to happen as a result of making a AAA game. They have to find every single angle to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. There's going to be anything controversial or newsworthy that happens. There's a team of people wondering how to tie it to GTA 6 because this thing has to sell like gangbusters. And they have to pay as few people as possible, which is why you'll see a bunch of layoffs coming very soon. It's going to get bad. It's already pretty bad. It's going to get worse. Because it's the only way these games are going to make money. This whole thing, PlayStation getting rid of games, massive layoffs, people talking about the death of gaming. There's a major shift that's been building for a while. If you go back to old Greasy Says episode, I was talking about the great consolidation where people were, big companies were sucking up all the small companies because they need to, one, eliminate competition, two, absorb as much talent to build the massive things that they want to build. It happened. AAA has no ceiling, okay? The spending, I've said this before, your game costs $1 million, it's going to cost $2 million to market. It's so bloated, it's so out of control, and so unsustainable. This is what you're starting to see happen. You know what I mean? We have to have tragedy tied to games in order to get eyeballs on games so it makes money because it costs $1 zillion to make. Um, Now we got to get rid of discs because discs are way too expensive. And that version of AAA, for real, is going away. Like, yeah, the industry is changing. So, with me being laid off recently and a bunch of people I know being laid off, this is a golden, I think, opportunity for indie games to thrive once again. This is a moment. We're gonna run out of giant companies. They'll all absorb each other until there's one giant, like Nike, Amazon, Disney company, which will make, they'll end up making mobile games only or something. You know what I mean? Because like AAA is like ridiculously expensive. Anyway, that's enough about that. I could go on and on about that for real. Last time. Oh, and by the way, AAA is just a made up thing. It's not real. It was made up by a marketing department to set their game apart. I mean, Ubisoft tried to do it. They want Quad A and stuff. Like, it's just made up stuff. Anyway. Let's get back to what I'm building. Let's just call it Derelict Station for now, because that's what I call the project, and that's what it is now. Last time on Greasy Says, I kind of messed up. I was supposed to show y'all stuff working in the level, and then the game crashed, and that was fun. But now I'm going to give you a proper walkthrough for real, so you could see what I have so far. I'll talk about some of the systems that are working in here. So let me shut up, make sure I got the right camera on here. Yep, there it is. Where's my I'll just play from there, whatever. It's fine. So yeah, put your headphones on. Here we go. Oh shit, right. See, okay, that's something that's the power of audio. I'll show you. I ran out of oxygen there, but I spaced because I have that sound turned all the way down. So if I go to my classes real quick, that's the power of sound, man. Without that breathing happening, I have no feedback that I'm dying. You know what I mean? So it's important. Sound is important, y'all. Save that. Okay. Yeah, because if I had known, that really helps you know where you're at in terms of oxygen. So yeah, you're probably thinking, yeah, okay, so this is a game about walking around opening doors. Yay. I'm building something, my G. Don't be so judgmental out the gate. Jeez. Oh, I didn't hook up this one. Oh man. Yeah, so that's like, the vibes, right? There's some moments in there that I feel like already feel kind of spooky and atmospheric, which is cool with, this little amount of work. Oh yeah, you eventually get out here and you like finish fucking wow. Uh but yeah, there's moments in here, like in here, that I feel like already evokes a sense of scariness and spookiness, and like that feels pretty good. This feels good. This feels good. So if I can keep going in this direction, I think I can build something that feels spooky. There's a lot of sound design that still needs to happen, but you can get the vibe. I think from a few areas. So yeah, making up for last time. Sorry, I didn't show this on the last episode, but there you go. There's a little walkthrough of the level. It's been fun so far. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to mesh things, how to like gray box a level the right way. I'm probably gonna have to go back and like ditch a lot of this stuff, but I learned a lot about level actors and like packaging up your static meshes to reuse through your level. So I have a lot of building blocks here for whatever I decide to wherever I decide to take this. So yeah, I'm psyched about where we're at so far, and I can't remember the name of uh this set of meshes, but it's in the Fab store. It's free, and it's just really cool that you can get this kind of stuff for free to like prototype your level with. Eventually, I'd like to get into like modeling some of the stuff myself, but this is a great start just to get the idea out there. What else can I? Let's see. Okay, let me show you how these terminals work. Especially since I kind of messed up that last one and it doesn't open that door. Let's show you how that works on this one. So I made these terminals. There's like a blueprint. Door terminal. Yeah, here it is. And I made it so that on every terminal there are these options like the locked color, processing color, success color, what kind of textures plays when it's locked and stuff like that. As well as like the voices for when it's locked. I can just fill this in with any sound that I want, which is cool. So you can make these terminals sound like anything. And then in the level, when you place it on each instance of the level, you can set down here. Can you see that? I think you can. Yeah, you can see that. Where is it? Always when you go to show somebody something is when, right, here we go. And the default, you can set this current state, whether it's locked, processing, whatever. But here's this linked object. So you can link this terminal to pretty much any object, really. You could turn on and off anything. So if I click this little dropper right there and click the door, now BP door, small 6, which is this door, now knows to listen to this terminal. I'll do it on the other side too, might as well. So here I got my dropper, click that, I click the door, boom. Now it's gonna reference that door whenever I try to unlock it. Let's see if it works. Hey. Hey. Okay. Yeah, it works. I mean, because I don't have those voice things filled out. I didn't say anything. And I fell through the level again. I'm really good at falling through the level, I guess. Yeah. And now that door is just stuck open forever. I'll just leave this on in the background. While we hang out here, I'll just have this door playing in the background. So how have you been? You guys doing okay? Are you enjoying Greasy Says? I hope so. We're probably going to call it here for now. I did want to show... I'll show you real quick. Whatever. I'll show you real quick. Why not? Inside of each terminal, there is a meta sound. Let's find it. Let's find it together, shall we? Okay, if you look up here, this is the sound that plays. This is the voice that plays. It's really simple. It's just a mono wave player with a wave asset input, and I set what that asset is in Blueprints. So that's what fills in the locked, unlocked, and open voices. And then I also have this meta sound. I like building these. These are fun. This plays that like when you open the door, and it's random every time. It's a random melody, and I built that using like a trigger repeat, scale to note array. So it plays notes within this major scale with this MIDI note quantizer. We changed that. The frequency of the input of the saw wave based on the float value that is the MIDI note, basically MIDI to frequency, and it triggers this melody every time you successfully open a door, but it's different every single time. So if we jump back to the game real quick, I can show you if I can just come over here and not fall through the world again. It'll play that little doodle-doodle melody. Okay, go. And that's all being generated by this meta sound right here. Every time you play it. Yeah, fun little, like, I guess you could call it procedural melody thing, but I always love building meta sounds like that. They're cheap. You know, this is all just math and like a couple of wave generators. You're not playing any wave files. And it's just fun to build, you know. Yeah, so that's door terminals in a nutshell. I hope you had fun watching this. Please give me comments, feedback, stuff you want to see, stuff that's, you know, that's interesting, stuff you wish I showed more of. I'm trying to get technical. But maybe I'm getting too technical or not technical enough. So holla at your boy, help me out. And see you guys next time. Peace out.
Greasy Says.